Most of our yards at this point either have a new queen in them or they have a nuc above a double screen board that will be used in the near future to combine and requeen the colony. This is one of a handful of yards that has not had that done yet. So we're here today to put these nucs into that empty deep box that's above the excluder and then give these colonies an empty super underneath that. Once the nuc is taken, which should only take 7 to 10 days, we'll probably come back and combine that upper nuc with the bottom colony after finding the queen and killing her. Usually we like a little more time than that, but as I mentioned, this is kind of one of the last yards to get this treatment. The sourwood flow in this particular location could come as early as 2 weeks from now. Traditionally it would start in about 3 weeks. This is one of our southern yards, lower elevation. It's just right at the end of May, and this yard can actually have the sourwood turn on between the 15th and 20th usually. So we'll get this nuc introduced into that box, get them settled in, probably come back in 7 to 10 days, and then combine it with the lower colony after finding the queen and killing her. At this point, we will probably pull 1 or 2 frames of brood out of that lower unit, sealed brood preferably, boost that nuc up a little bit, and it's not really as much time as we would like to have for that nuc to develop, but it is what it is. Again, this is one of the last yards we're doing this to. So this works. Introducing a nuc to requeen a colony is a great way to requeen a colony. You get good acceptance if you do it properly. Plus we get the benefit of the boost by putting the nuc together with the lower colony. That lower colony will also receive 1 or 2 empty comb that the queen can lay in right now. It's kind of semi sort of a swarm control measure. Also, we want that queen to make sure she can keep laying. And the eggs that are being laid today are the bees that are going to help make sourwood in 3 weeks. So I want to keep that queen busy. A lot of bees in some of these boxes. This particular yard did pretty decent this spring. They made a fair amount of honey in the end. At first I didn't expect it to happen, but they eventually came along and did it. It's a mixture of tulip poplar and persimmon, I think. Some other minor odds and ends. We're also filling in a couple empty spots here with the same nucs. We got a lot of nucs in the field that we're doing this with right now, filling in holes, creating new yards, and then creating an upper double screen board nuc to requeen colonies. We're almost there. Another 7 to 10 days and this part of our spring activity will be over, and we'll move on to worrying about sourwood. Hopefully it'll be a good year. We will see. These are good nucs too. That'll be a good boost to this situation. These nucs are Caucasian virgins that were mated in a Caucasian region, so they're going to be straight up Caucasians for the most part. And this yard is one of a pair of yards in this area where we mate Caucasian virgins with Caucasian drones. It's kind of isolated. I don't think there are many other beekeepers around here. I know of one that has about 4 or 5 colonies. It's not too far, and besides that I'm not aware of any others, so we will get pretty good mating in this area with the type of stock we're looking for. Kind of warm today. As we're putting these nucs into that empty box that's above the excluder, we will give every colony an empty medium just to kind of give them space between now and the sourwood bloom, and also so we can have a place to collect any nectar that may come in the meantime. There's a little bit of sumac out there, perhaps a little bit of Dutch white clover, just little odds and ends. Between now and sourwood, there's not much of a chance of very much honey coming in, so I think 1 empty medium super will do it. And because there's so many bees in here, we will also put a crack at the back here, so give them another feeling of spaciousness and airiness. That will happen. That will help with the swarm control. All good. We'll be back in a week and a half to kill the queens in the bottom box and combine the nuc that we just installed upstairs above the double screen board. Effectively requeen the colony. and make a pretty strong colony. We had a lot of brood in this yard to play with. Each of those nucs that got installed over a double screen board got boosted with 2 more frames of brood. So in a week and a half they're going to be pretty good condition. I might need to crack some of the lids on those double screen boards, make sure they don't feel too hot in there. So as we work these days, we're washing every colony, checking for mite numbers. We've only started this since last week, so I'm not sure how things are going to look in the end, but so far the numbers are looking pretty good. This yard did get treated with oxalic vaporization back in December, and so far it's showing nothing but zeros, and we're about 2/3 of the way through it. The last yard we looked at was mostly zeros and ones with a couple of threes. Now I know that those threes will turn into something much greater by the time we do regular treatments for around the 1st of August. So I'm just trying to not get caught off guard, not treating in the summer. Pretty patterns, yeah. Yeah, pretty patterns. Let's go look and see what Cody's got so far in this yard. Really? Nothing but zeros?
Nothing but zeros.
Okay, well, we're not done yet. The last yard had a couple threes and some ones and twos, or?
Yeah, a couple ones, couple twos, mainly zeros and ones.
Zeros and ones, couple twos, okay. Yeah, not bad. I just, it's already the 1st of June, and I want to make sure we've not made a mistake by not doing any summer extended release oxalic treatments on any of our colonies. Of course, some of our colonies are not going to be treated at all. I want to continue to look for this resistant stock.
This is number 20.
We're putting escape boards on some colonies now. The heaviest boxes are being put above escape boards. Another empty super added. So colony like she's working there has a partial deep, empty medium, and then a full deep on top of the escape, and that's how we're playing it right now. I want to make sure we don't get caught off guard on our mite number, so for now we're checking every colony in every yard. We've only just started this since last week, and so far we've had really good numbers. This yard is so far extremely good, kind of surprising honestly. It's nothing but zeros, and we're about halfway through the yard. You got what?
This one's got 3.
Oh, you got 3 in that one, okay. See him in the mirror. Okay, so a 3 gets my attention. And I will only treat the ones that have the higher numbers. I'm not going to treat the yards wholesale. It's one of the benefits of checking every colony. It's really time consuming, but then you don't have the expense of treating a colony that doesn't need it. And also we'll keep the history for each yard, and we will be of course on the lookout for resistant stuff. We'll wash again when we're getting ready to treat with Apiguard around late July into the 1st of August, and at that time colonies with really low numbers will not be treated. Made some honey in this yard. These boxes are full. The mimosa trees are blooming nicely in this area, and if anybody's wondering what mimosa honey looks like, that's it right there. It's dark, not quite as dark as tulip poplar, but dark. It always has an orange hue. When you compare it to tulip poplar, which has a red hue, you'll see a distinctive orange hue with mimosa. It's good honey. I don't think it's quite as premium as tulip poplar when it comes to good tasting dark honeys, but it's not bad. As I have said before, I would put this on my peanut butter sandwich. This is good stuff. Mimosa honey. This is June 1st in Turnerville, Georgia. This is another one of our yards that we've isolated a number of our no treatment colonies into for drone stock. The ones that are treatment free, we're calling them, for the last 2 years are marked as such. I think there's 16 or 18 of them in here, and this is one of the yards we choose to mate in. Had a lot of nukes here earlier. Many of them left to go other places, and we left some behind to requeen some of the ones we wanted to switch out. If they're doing a good job, we left them, even if they're 2-year-old queens. In my videos I talk about trying to requeen every colony every year, but in this instance I want that treatment-free stock to stay intact for mating purposes, good drone stock. I've been talking about using Golden West bees a lot. I want to be clear that I'm not trying to sell Golden West bees. The authorized dealer for that source is Oliveira's honeybees in California. I've purchased hundreds from him. I'm utilizing them in my own outfit, taking advantage of the work that's been done already. So we're mixing our bees up. Got a lot of Golden West in there, some Caucasian that have been shown to be mite resistant, some stuff from Shabu Raj in Tennessee, also some stock from Wisconsin, Lloyd Street Bees. He's got some fairly mite resistant stuff up there. We're incorporating that into our outfit. We're just trying to mix it all up, and I think next year we'll probably be, for the most part, picking out our own breeder queens out of our own outfit. We've been doing some insemination with some of this stuff, crossing it back and forth. This yard's doing well. Even though some of them are getting requeened, it's doing well. The double screen boards represent colonies that we're going to requeen with a nuke later in about a week and a half. The singles represent nukes that were just installed in empty spots, or spots that were doing so bad that they just had a nuke installed. This is a good yard of bees for the most part. The syrup we're feeding to the nukes is thinner than 1-to-1. We put 1,000 pounds of sugar in a 250-gallon tote, so it's well below 1-to-1 as far as thickness. Well, our observation hive has gone laying worker. It swarmed last month and it failed to requeen itself. People love looking at this in the store. So Jesse's got a fresh nuke that he's going to install this morning.
Right here.
Right there.
Brand new queen.
Brand new queen. We're going to paint the queen with a really bright marker so she's easy to spot. And people love seeing the queen. Where's the queen? I got it glued together. Okay.
Watson made this.
Yeah. Okay.
Lots of propolis.
Yeah. John, would you take this, scrape it off, please, while he's doing this? Real fast, scrape all that propolis and stuff. Don't worry about the wax.
Okay.
The wax comes and goes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, thank you. Well, I didn't bring a hat to it.
People ask the dimensions from time to time. It's really simple. I actually drew it out for a guy that was working for me and he built it. We just created bee space everywhere. It's as simple as that. I don't remember the exact dimensions, but pretty simple. Okay, Jesse. This is the end of May. We don't ever treat this thing for mites except for one vaporization in the winter. The last several years it has swarmed and it has always requeened itself. In fact, last year it swarmed twice and it requeened itself. Now that's not sugar syrup. They made that this year. They put some honey in there. This is 8 frames, 4 high and 2 deep. Kind of noisy on the highway this morning. Anyway, we get the picture. We'll leave you alone.